Last time on the Minish Cap, Vaati turned Princess Zelda to stone. Us, on the other hand, we just got shoved out of the way for some reason. I guess that magic spell had a specific target and wasn't going to affect anyone else. But Doylon is A-OK, he just flips out of bed as per usual. I've awakened? I'm not just awake, I am ready to go. Gonna go kick some ass and take some names and chew bubblegum, but bubblegum doesn't exist yet, so I don't know why I'm mentioning it. Oh, Doylon, you were almost killed. How's it going? Look, see? Look at that. She's a rock. You ever see anything like that? Crazy shit, right? Have we ever considered that the blade wasn't actually whole to begin with? I mean, I only saw one half of the thing get launched away. Maybe it was never whole in the first place, and the only thing that was keeping those monsters in the chest was us. Go, send the soldiers at these tiny people. Do it, right now. Just run at them. They don't show themselves to anyone but children, which explains why we know so much about them, question mark? Oh. Yeah, I'm A-OK. Did you see me fucking flip out of bed? It was pretty rad. Why do you just assume that they know more than us? Maybe they've also forgotten. You never know. I mean, it's not like you can see Picori society. See, there's no other half of the blade, and I think it was broken all along. Yeah, remember when 4 soldiers didn't do anything to him? You really think, like, one patrolling guard who just happens to find Vaati is going to do anything? Oh, how nice, we also get a map. Thing is, though, we really can't get lost on our way. I mean, it even marks the location, but, if we take a look at the map, it's kinda obvious where we need to go. See? Right there. And I mean, this doesn't look like a very helpful map at the moment. We can zoom into it, but even then, I do get lost from time to time in this game. Not very often, only at like 1 or 2 points in the game, but this is definitely not one of them. Well, isn't that just great? I think I know where my house is. I hope I know where my house is. Who's saying that? Is it you, Smith? Alright, so we can talk around the castle for a bit. These guys are mostly tutorial guys, though. So nothing too terribly important, but we're not going to be in the castle too often, so, you know, let's just take time to hang out here before we go on our quest. What do you have to say? Well, isn't that great? To fight, use your sword. Thanks for the brilliant advice, dude. Will do. Will do. Well, I mean, there's not really that much to explore, so guess hanging out time? Well, we don't get much hanging out time. We just leave. Can't even go to the refrigerator and get ourselves a snack before we go, which it would have been the polite thing to do. You're sending me off into the world to find some guys who might not even exist. Anyway, now we actually get the Zelda overworld theme, which got hit by the second enemy in the game. That's just great. But anyway, yeah, we get the Zelda overworld theme, which is pretty nice, but now that Vaati's released all those monsters from the chest, now there are monsters lurking around. These are Octoroks. They're not a problem. At all. You shouldn't be hit by them. At all. Why did I get hit? Because I'm the worst. But anyway, now that we have a sword, we can just cut down these little sticks here and all these bushes, and sometimes hearts will appear, as will money. Hearts, of course, will refill the hearts in the top left there, We got 3 of them from the start. That's usually how it goes in Zelda, except in like Skyward Sword, and I think that's about it. You start with 6 in Skyward Sword, but usually it's 3. And again, may I stress the fact that I really shouldn't be down to 2 3/4 of hearts. So they've taken care of most of the monsters, but apparently Vaati just screwed everything up so badly. I mean, I thought he just launched a ball of electricity at Zelda, which turned her into a statue, but no, apparently he just, like, uprooted some stuff near the town, dropped some rocks here, and it just screwed everything up, so now we can't actually go back to town. And of course, to our left, there's stuff we can't do, so we're kinda just railroaded to the correct path at this point. That's one thing I don't like. I will say this is probably my favorite 2D Zelda game, but it's pretty bad with railroading. And oh look, there's a heart. Now we can pretend we never got hit. But yeah, it is really bad with railroading. Like, one of the worst. Up until, like, after the second dungeon, I think, there's not really much for us to do. We can't explore that much. We're just forced on one path. It's very annoying. A few Game Boy Advance games were rather bad at that, actually. As much as I like Metroid Fusion, that game really sets you in one direction. Of course, then it also expects you to get all the items by the end of the game, or you can't actually pick them up. Because it's just like, oh, you can't actually leave once you get to the final boss, it's point of no return. Surprise no point of no return, in fact, that was just annoying. But anyway, that's enough about this. Wow, really? Those are actually some pretty funny enemies, because they just stack on top of each other, but they're fairly easy because you can just slash them. They don't really do much other than walk around into you, or just fall into you as that one did, but they are a great source for items. Yeah, you can get plenty of rupees or hearts since they're all individual enemies. If you do wait too long though, they will burrow back into the ground and come back later. And speaking of come back later, we can't really do anything about that dude punching that wall there. He should look familiar if you've played any other Zelda game. But again, gotta come back later because we can't actually get over there at this point. Because we might have a bit more than this dinky little shield, but not by much. I don't remember what the point of this house is. I don't even know if there is one, because I don't think there's ever anybody inside of it, so that house could just remain locked. I mean, there are people out here eventually, but not in the house. Don't know where they are now. They're just gone, because we gotta go straight to Minish Woods, because God forbid we go off the path. Just have to go straight there. Not even allowed to go back to town for a while. Ah well. Here's Minish Woods. I do have to wonder why they bring up the fact that it's to the east of our house, considering we can't actually go back to our house for a while. But anyway, let's stop complaining about this. This is a rather nice song, this Minish Woods theme. It's pretty calm, and it's good for the start of the journey. It's a good mood setter. Of course, speaking of mood setter, I don't really know how I'm feeling right now. I mean, we're just walking through these woods alone. Peaceful as they are, we don't really have anybody with us, and we're supposed to be finding these little Picori guys. I mean, I've never seen one of these things, so how are we supposed to find one now? Well, if we check to the north, we do have some chews right here that emerge from the ground. They're not too hard. They do take a couple of hits with your basic sword, but really they're nothing to really worry about. We can't do anything here. If we step into the darker blue water, we'll drown. It's not like an instant death or anything. We just fall in the water, splash around a bit, then appear back on land. I forget if it takes off a bit of heart or not. I'm pretty sure falling into a pit will take your heart, but I don't think that falling in water does. I'd rather not test it out, personally, but still, don't jump into deep water. Nothing over here. Nothing up this incline? Well, there's a chew. Anything else? Well, that certainly looks unusual, but, who the heck said that? What am I looking at? Well, we'll get to him in just a second. First off, we got a piece of hearts. So, Zelda could have gotten a heart container before and given it to us, but no. That's a full heart container, though. That was just a heart piece. You gotta collect 4 of them in order to get a full heart. But I guess we should rescue that hat, I guess. Hello, hat. Why are you in danger? You're a hat. You shouldn't be in danger. Or speaking. Not necessarily, I'm just confused. Anyway, it's just a couple of Octoroks. These guys are easy. See? Done. That wasn't so bad, right, Mr. Hat? Right, sure. And all that screaming was just your battle cry, right? I don't know how you're picking all this up from my silence, but yeah. Oh, is that so? Well then, I guess we could be partners, huh? Alright. So this is Ezlow. He is our hat companion. Alright, let's get a move on. Okay, well let's just... Oops, no, not that fast. Alright, but I guess you are hopping, so I'll go a bit slower. I'm going as slow as I can. Okay, look, see, tiny little steps, baby steps. Not even baby steps, these are smaller than... Well, why are you yelling at me? I don't think this is gonna work out, or maybe it will. You know, I probably should have thought of this sooner, but, Look, I've never really had a living being on my head before, so you might imagine this is a bit weird. Alright, so Ezlow's gonna be our partner for this game. He'll tell us what we might need to do at any given time, and he'll give us advice when we need it. Ezlow's a pretty good partner. Zelda kinda goes back and forth on that sort of thing, but Ezlow, pretty solid. Not my favorite. You know, that would be Linebeck from Phantom Hourglass, because Linebeck is the best, but Ezlow's pretty good. Also, the Minish eat children, but apparently you've forgotten that part of the legend as well. Right, are you pulling my leg? I mean, I know you're a talking hat, but this just sounds like a lie to me. Alright, well, I suppose we'll try it. Jump on the stump, and oh look, nothing's happening. See, you're just dancing around, you're putting on a show, sure, but you're just, oh, wait, nope, we're tiny now. Well, I'll be... This is certainly different. Being Minish-sized is full of danger. AKA everything. Everything is a danger. Every little thing in this planet will try to kill you when you are this tiny. But yeah, as he says, even shallow pools are pretty deep for us, so don't go in any water at all. In fact, we need the help of lily pads right here just to get to this other platform. Otherwise, we'll drown. But it's not like that's a problem. Well, the drowning is. Actually doing this, not so much. So while you might be tiny on the overworld, there are sections where you can more or less be, normal-sized, I guess. I mean, everything else is obviously bigger, but, you know, we're playing the game normally. We don't have to worry about anything. Oh, hey, little guy, hey, other little guys, how's it going? You're not gonna eat me, are you? Okay, guys, I'm not bilingual. I'm hardly lingual in the first place. I'm not really good at speaking my own language either. Oh, well, you probably know what they're saying, right? Oh, well. That's just great. Now what are we supposed to do? Oh yeah, I'm sure somebody around here just conveniently knows English. Well, obviously somebody knows English, because if they didn't, well, we'd be in a bit of trouble, actually. The game would just end right here. Couldn't understand anybody, and then, well, Lottie would win. Thankfully, the guy who knows English is right around here, I believe. So there should be something over here, right? Yes. So there's our second piece of heart. I don't believe we'll be able to get all 4 before the next dungeon, unfortunately, but we can certainly try. So anyway, back to the person who knows English. I think it's this guy. It's either him or the one to the left, but I'm pretty sure it's this one, right? Yep. So are you sure you watch it? I mean, you're adjusting your glasses constantly. That must be annoying, right? Do they actually work, or whatever? He's gonna tell us to go get the convenient thing that will allow us to understand the Minish. Meanwhile, he's just gonna keep adjusting his glasses. They're not quite in the right position yet, but they're close, just a tiny little bit more. He'll get it eventually. Hey dude, how's it going? Yep, that sure is the thing you're saying. Anyway, incredibly difficult puzzle here. Move the box, pick this thing up. I don't think I want to eat it. It's got little kissy lips. Well, that was incredibly uncomfortable. But anyway, now I can understand these guys, just magically. Well, you know, it would kind of suck if I couldn't see you, considering I'm your size. Whoa, there seem to be people around here, but I can't see them. They're all invisible. Well, I guess I'm just gonna walk around here in a daze until I find something. So now we can just talk around this town here. I don't think there's anything too terribly important. But, you know, we can talk to these people. We just barged into their village suddenly, so I think we should talk to them. Yeah, just ask them about them. It's the polite thing to do, you know? But I came here for the sword. Oh. Well, hopefully that guy doesn't know what he's talking about, because I was kinda hoping we'd be done here. That's lovely. So, yeah, monsters everywhere, even for the Minish. Well, especially for the Minish. I mean, normal monsters must be really gigantic to these guys. I mean, there are Minish-sized monsters, but then there are normal-sized monsters. Those guys suck. Because you can't really do anything to them when you're the size of a Minish. Unless you get really creative. Alright, I think that's... Oh wait, nope, there are guys gathered here now. They were near us all along, and we never saw them. Send me one place, and then send me to another place, and then just keep adjusting your glasses while I'm gone. Fine, I guess I'll go to the Elder. So, Elder's right here. Ooh. You never know what you might find in those things, so I keep stabbing them. Please tell me you know about swords. I don't want to keep going back and forth. Which I still attest was broken all along. What about metal? Is there any metal involved? Because this thing is kind of just a hilt and a little bit of metal. It's gonna need a lot more of it. Well, isn't that just convenient? So we might not be able to reforge the sword here, but we can get a thing we're going to need to make it more powerful. Yeah, sure, evil monsters, yada yada yada. I can handle it. I'll be fine. Pfft, evil monsters. Why would I have to be worried? So that's our first dungeon, and there's nothing actually stopping us from going there, other than the stuff we just cleared. But other than that, we can just walk right there. Alright, see you in a few minutes. Pfft, Danger's my middle name. It's Doylon Danger... Wait, shoot, I don't actually know my last name. What is my last name? Ah well, next time on Zelda the Minish Cap, we go to the first dungeon.